Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Star Flames. If you're new here, you guys know what to do. Subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and join the party. Let's get into it, guys. Now, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. If not, I genuinely hope that it gets better. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about Diddy's lawyer's sex abuse tip-off hotline flooded with over 12,000 calls in 24 hours. Now, the last time I said, last week when I told you all that, there are over 3,000 people that they're screening, because this lawyer got some calls. Buzbee, he got some calls. And some of these people told him that they had evidence. And he's like, oh shit, y'all need to go to the feds immediately. Go to the feds, submit your evidence because we cannot withhold any evidence from them now. And I'll deal with your case. So these people are submitting evidence, but we know in the midst of all of this, there are lies. Naturally, whenever there is an opportunity, people who really have no morals, these people, they have no morals. No, I might say that it is highly impossible for Sean Diddy Combs to have over 12,000 victims. No, honey, I'm not saying that, because if we're being honest and realistic, just taking the parties out of the equation, because he has his parties for social events, social connection. And when that party is over, after dark, after hours, they have their little, freaky stuff, freak offs and all of that, right? And if you look back into the lawsuits and you hear about these exotic dancers being hired for these events, the angels with the wings, no tops, their lady lumps on full display, that. Naturally, automatically, it's not impossible. Let's say he hosts at least 2 parties each year and he has 100 women at each. That's 200 plus other events, other opportunities. So it's not highly impossible. But the point is, we know that when there are lawsuits of this nature, people are going to try to get in because Cassie got money, I want some too. Cassie got money, I want some too. That's the nature of people. People are not giving the real victims the opportunity to step forward, let their stories be heard, and for these victims to be vindicated. And that is why I say some of these people are immoral with these lawsuits. They know they're not a victim, even though some of them, they don't know. Their reality is different from the current reality, and that's just the truth, But let's get into this report, because so far the hotline set up by Sean Diddy Combs, it says a hotline set up by Sean Diddy Combs allegedly received a staggering 12,000 calls within 24 hours. No, I don't know. I've never heard about Diddy setting up this hotline before, because they did say a hotline set up by Sean Diddy Combs, not lawyer, not attorney, not investigator, by Sean Diddy Combs. Now, let's continue. So 12,000 calls within 24 hours. An attorney claiming to represent 120 alleged victims of the sexual abuse against Diddy has made a shocking revelation that he's been overwhelmed with calls concerning the hip-hop mogul. Now, the article goes in to talk about last month, the 54-year-old found himself in handcuffs, facing grave charges including racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation for prostitution purposes. He has categorically denied all allegations leveled against him and is currently housed in Brooklyn Metropolitan Detention Center. Following his arrest, attorney Tony Buzbee spoke to LawandCrime, revealing that his hotline was flooded with 12,000 calls in about 24 hours. Now, I think I understand what is going on here. So they set up the hotline, right? They're saying it was set up by Sean Diddy Combs. I don't think it was set up by Sean Diddy Combs. I think the journalist who wrote this article, Holly Beale might have got some information wrong. I know that Tony Buzbee had set up the hotline for potential victims to call in, and they have been, the feds have also been encouraging victims to call in. And I also believe that a hotline like that has since then been set up in the UK, because in case you're not aware, Diddy investigators, they are in the UK and they're tracking down potential victims of Sean Diddy Combs, because what they're saying is that wherever Diddy goes, it seems as though he leaves a trail of crime behind. So as such, they're currently in the UK because they're saying, he filmed movie there. He spent a couple of weeks there. He was there a few times with his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, and all of that. So because of the things that Cassie talks about, Diddy would just give her a catalog for her to pick out male sex workers and have these freak offs. They're tracing Diddy's every track. But the question is, are they going to come to Jamaica? Because Diddy was here at one point in time. He came here a few times. He came here on personal vacation. They're obsessed with Jamaica. Diddy and his family, they love Jamaica. And I think it's because Jamaica just provides you with like a different world, a different scenery. You get to see a different way of life that is beautiful. You get to realize that, they said Jamaica is a third world country, but it's upgraded. Sometimes people come here, they're blown away. Oh, you have this technology and you have that resource. Oh my God, you guys are going on good. Yes, we are. You can say that again. So as I was saying, these hotlines are being set up, but naturally people are going to call the hotline, hoping that there's going to be a $100 million settlement to be disbursed across all alleged victims. But the reality is, we have to talk about the reality in all of this and, try to see things from Diddy's mind eyes, even though some of us can't really fathom the thought. But say this to yourself. Just say, what if you were in Sean Diddy Combs' shoe and there are, let's say at this point, over 3,000 accusers against you. You're behind bars. You're not getting any bail, and these people keep coming at you. Would you look at them? Heck no. You would not look at them because you're in here, you're waiting on trial, you don't know what's going on. So already before he was arrested, he was ignoring lawsuits because what they claim is that, they didn't know that they had to reply or take action on the frivolous lawsuits. So before he was arrested, they were already not replying to many lawsuits. Now he's arrested. He doesn't know if he's going to ever see the light of day again. So these people are not going to get anything. And additionally, I must also say, if he wants to settle with them, the feds are moving in to seize his assets and properties. We're going to talk about that in the next video because something new has been discovered. A lot of people are finding cracks and holes and leaks in Diddy's case, and a lot of people see high level of corruption involvement in this case. So I'm just saying, the hotline, over 12,000 calls, it's not going to mean anything to Diddy. It's going to mean something to us, and we're going to say, yes, for sure, you can't come back from this. But thinking from a logical perspective and, just following with the trend of what happens in cases like these, we always see people coming out making claims, even though they haven't met the individual before. So naturally, these people are not going to get any money. They're just going to throw their money to the legal system, giving these lawyers their money. They're not going to get any restitution. Common sense about it all. They're not going to get any restitution. Many of them don't even have the money to fight Diddy. And I'm talking about the guilty ones. The guilty ones, they don't even have the money to fight their cases. And already Diddy and his legal team is declaring statute of limitations to the case cases that they have already responded to. So if they have declared statute of limitation on those cases, they're not going to have any shame on the other cases. They're not even going to respond to the other cases. Even if Diddy is subpoenaed, he's not going to go to trial. He's just not going to show up. He knows what's about to go down, and he's looking left, he's looking right, and he's not going to think about those little things, because to him, that's the little thing. His major thing is to get out of there, and if he can't get out of there, his second move is to take down Hollywood with him as much as he can. So this guy's thinking, the 12,000 calls, I'm going to say, if you're a true victim, if you're a real victim, find yourself a decent attorney. Don't go with a gang attorney, Buzbee. Find yourself someone that's reputable, someone that has a track record of getting settlements out of these cases, and shoot for that individual. Don't go with the bandwagon. The bandwagon is not going to get you anywhere. Honestly, it's not going to get you anywhere. And I'm talking from experience. This has happened in Hollywood over and over again. And those class action lawsuits in these cases, the individual is just held behind bars. Those people not get anything. But guys, enough of me. Enough of me. It's your time to chime in. What are your thoughts about the over 12,000 calls that they have received? I want to hear from you guys. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up. Share if you care. And I know you do. Stay safe and see you guys later. Bye guys.